now. I'm getting ready to make some dinner. Actually, I've got some of it already started. So I'll show you what I've got going on here in a second. And then we'll get started. All right. Awesome. All right, how's everybody doing? So I am making buffalo chicken dip today. I've got a lot of this stuff already made, just made it a whole lot easier that way, but I'm going to show you how I make it, what it's going to look like, different ways that you can make it, that sort of thing. I have the recipe in the description, so make sure you click on it, check it out, print it, use it for yourself. This stuff is so good. I try to make this at least a couple times a month. I haven't made it recently, and so I've been really missing it. All right, so what I have so far, I have chicken in the slow cooker. It already finished. It was about 1 pound of chicken. So in the recipe, it has like 2 pounds of chicken. I basically just halved everything because it's just us that's eating. So I've got the 1 pound of chicken in there. I am turning these into bowls with like some rice and roasted vegetables. So I have rice already made in the rice cooker. That's just waiting. And then I have Brussels sprouts and broccoli in the oven. They are roasting right now, and they'll be ready in like 12 minutes. So what we're gonna do now is make the sauce. Well, actually, I gotta shred the chicken first, and then we'll make the sauce. I'll show you how that is done. And then dinner is pretty much finished. So what I do with chicken, I use a frozen chicken breast, and I cooked it in my slow cooker on low. I just put in a little bit of water in my slow cooker, and I cooked it for about 6 or 7 hours on low, and it turns out beautifully. It's nice and soft, it shreds easily. You could also use your Instant Pot function. Like, I'm using my Instant Pot, but I use the slow cooker function. And if you use your Instant Pot, I would say anywhere between 10 and 12 minutes for pressure cooking. I'm not for sure because I've only done it like once or twice. So if you guys know the exact times for frozen chicken in the Instant Pot, let us know. I'm usually home in the mornings anyway, so it's not a huge deal to just, put the chicken in the morning and have it ready by dinner. That's not a huge deal. So how is it going today? We've got lots of friends watching. I feel like I was just here, but it was on Sunday when I was doing meal prep, and that was actually kind of fun, being able to show you what I was doing and stuff. Let's see. Tamika, hey, and Maggie, Jennifer, I'm making it healthy. I suppose you could say that. I am trying to make it kind of a more well-balanced plate. Now, usually when you think of buffalo chicken dip, you think like there's cream cheese in it, right? And usually that is the case. And this recipe, they use a combination of Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, and we blend it. That way you get that creamy consistency, and it's much higher in protein. And that's why I love this recipe, because there's like 40 grams of protein in this, which is amazing. So I'm using it in a bowl style, but you can pretty much use it however. Like, it's buffalo chicken. If you want to dip some tortilla chips in it, or maybe like, I don't know, carrots, bell peppers, you can even turn it into a sandwich, put it on a salad. All of that would work. So I'm just gonna stick this back in here and let it sit for a minute, and then we'll get the sauce ready. All right, we've set this aside, and then we'll get the sauce. Okay, I have, what is this? This is my magic bullet. It's like a little individual size. Like, you can use this for smoothies if you want to, but I also found that this is perfect for blending up this sauce. So, yes, all right, let me show you everything that I've got. All right, so in this recipe, we need Greek yogurt, we need cottage cheese, and then there's a huge assortment of spices we can put in it. I am using garlic powder, onion powder, dill weed, parsley, and pepper. Alternatively, you can use a packet of ranch dressing mix. Whatever you have on hand, that's basically what it is. It's just a ranch seasoning. All right, Michelle, hey. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've been sick. And Regina is here too. Awesome. All right, Maggie, Allison, and John are doing amazing. Allison wants to get her hair cut this weekend. So she's going to get it cut fairly short, maybe like down here. Not a pixie cut. She said specifically, no, I do not want a pixie cut. I'm like, okay. All right, so in here, I'm going to add a half cup of cottage cheese and then a half cup of Greek yogurt and a half cup of hot sauce. Now I saw, Kimberly, I think that was you, you're not a huge fan of hot sauce, but you want to try to modify it. You can probably take out the hot sauce and then add like some bacon to it, and then it would turn into like a crack chicken. If you ever heard of crack chicken, it's basically the same thing. It's like a ranch style chicken, but you put bacon in it too. So if you take out the hot sauce and you put in bacon, it's pretty much crack chicken. All right, so there's the cottage cheese, and then the Greek yogurt's going in here, and I'm blending it because that way you won't get like the chunkiness of the cottage cheese. Like once you blend it, it becomes a creamy sauce. You won't even know there's cottage cheese in there. Like you can't even taste it. So that's pretty awesome. Let me grab that. And then, so I went back to Dollar Tree today and I got some more of this hot sauce here. I just used up the last of it like yesterday, so I had to go back and get more. They're $1.25, which really is not too bad for a hot sauce like this. So I'm going to add a half cup of hot sauce, and then we'll add our spices. And this dinner goes by really quickly, as you can see. It's fairly simple to put together, and then depending on what you want to use it with. So I'm making a bowl, like I said, with rice and vegetables. You can turn it into a sandwich, make a salad out of it, just use it like a regular dip, eat it with a fork like I sometimes do. All right, so there's that. Let me add all of this stuff. Didn't I just buy a few bottles of that? I only bought the one bottle, and we used it within, what was that, a couple of weeks? So yeah, I probably should have bought more than one bottle because they had a little bit of hot left, but a bunch of mild. And I'm like, I don't need mild, I need hot. So maybe I need to go back and get some more. All right, so I got the onion and garlic powder, and then parsley. All right. I see some, let's see, you can add extra butter to the hot sauce to get a more mild flavor, and also added honey. That sounds really good too. I'm not really measuring my seasonings here. I'm just pouring it all in as I go along. All right. And then I got some pepper. I'm not adding any salt because the buffalo or the hot sauce and the cottage cheese has a lot of sodium in it anyway. So I'm not going to add any to this. If I feel like it needs some like afterward, then we can add it. But for now, this is what it looks like, my glorious concoction here. Now I'm about to use the blender. It shouldn't be super loud, but just so you guys know, if you need to turn down the volume a little bit for like 15-20 seconds, you need to do that right now. So give me just a second, and then I will blend it. Make sure I've got the right cord. All right, here we go. Okay. That should be good. Allison was out there holding her hands over her ears. Okay, yes, this is perfect. All right, so here is what it looks like now. As you can see, it's basically a creamy sort of sauce now. So it is perfect. I'm going to take a spatula and I'll mix it in with the chicken, and I will also show you what it looks like after I am finished. All right. And then I know the sauce here is kind of cold, so if you want to like turn on your slow cooker again and let it heat up a little bit, you can do that. Mine is still like really, really warm, so it should be fine, but yeah. All right, so we've got that. Now we get to mix it together. I'll show you what it looks like. It is smelling really good, and I will most likely add some more hot sauce to it because it's not quite red enough for me. You know there's enough hot sauce when it turns red. All right, so does it work? Okay, it's cool enough that I can pick it up at least. So here is what it looks like on the inside here. As you can see, there's not a lot of chicken in here. This is 1 pound. The original recipe calls for 2 pounds, so there will obviously be a lot more in here if you added a couple of pounds, but this is only going to make like 4 servings or so that's not a huge deal for me. Oh gosh, all right. So, you want to hear a story? It hurts to talk right now. So Saturday, I made pancake muffins, and I was eating my pancake muffin, and then I bit down on something. I started chewing on something, and honestly, it just felt like I was chewing on an eggshell. Like maybe I had accidentally baked an eggshell in with my muffin. Didn't think a whole lot of it, and then I ate a sausage patty. A few minutes later, I had like this weird feeling in the back of my mouth, like I had a piece of spice or something stuck between my teeth. So I couldn't get it out. So I looked in the mirror, and no, I had chipped one of my back molars back there from eating a muffin, which I know it wasn't just from the muffin. I must have done something to it like in the past and to make that happen, but wow. So it didn't hurt or anything. Like my tooth didn't hurt, but it was so sharp back there that it cut into my tongue as I talked. So it made it painful to speak. So I was able to get in this morning to get it checked out. And so they said all it needed is a filling. I just needed to get a filling. It was not that bad at all. So they did that, and it was no big deal, but the dentist like accidentally nicked my gum back there next to my tooth with the drill or whatever it was he was using. So there's a nice cut back there that is really sore, and I didn't realize it was sore until I came on here because I haven't really said much between the dentist office and right now. So holy cow. It's all right though. We got it. We got the filling done. Everything's good. I'm all good now. It's just a little sore. All right, what am I doing here? The vegetables just finished. I'm going to let them sit there for a second. You take that away. And then we'll grab a spoon for that. This stuff is going to be amazing, by the way. So this is basically a balanced plate. So you have your protein from the chicken and like the cottage cheese and stuff, and then you have your carbs from the rice, and then I'm gonna have the vegetables. I'm gonna have a ton of veggies in there, and then I poured some olive oil on top of the vegetables before I roasted them, so you got your healthy fat from that as well. Let me pull them out now because I'm pretty sure they're done. I put them in at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and it should be done now. Yep, they are nice and brown on the top, looking and smelling amazing. I also put some, some Flavor God Everything Spicy seasoning on there, that and some salt and pepper. So yeah, all right, let's see, gonna grab spatula for the vegetables. Oh yeah, I have cheese too. I have cheese as well. Now you can put the cheese in the recipe or in the chicken and mix it all together if you want to, or you can wait until the very end and you can just sprinkle some cheese on top. So I opted to wait and then put the cheese on top. So we're gonna grab a couple of nice big spatula fulls of broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, like Brussels sprouts, roasted Brussels sprouts are some of my favorite vegetables. I love being able to roast them because they have like a weird, not a weird taste, kind of like a caramel-ish taste, I guess you could say. Yes. All right, so chicken is delicious. Definitely needs more hot sauce, but I can tell it's a little bit spicy. So yeah, here is our plate. So we have the rice, we have the chicken. Oh, I need cheese. Cheese would help too. Yes. So you can either use like cheddar cheese or even, ooh, blue cheese would be really, really good. Blue cheese would be awesome. So here's what we have going on. This is our dinner for tonight. I'm gonna go plate up the rest of it. John should be home like any minute now. So again, the recipe link is in the description. Make sure you check it out, print it, use it for yourself. Feel free to modify it however you need to. It's delicious. Definitely give it a try. Thanks for coming out and watching. I hope you got some new ideas. So enjoy your evening and I will see you later.